I'd say in training and when I come in game, just making sure I'm staying consistent in my performance and just being coachable to what the coaches have to say, my teammates, and yeah, just applying all the information.
Has there been anything that's been surprising these first few months, both maybe how well you've adapted or just the way things are for you both as a professional, maybe on and off the field?
I'd say not really surprising, but the thing I had to adjust to the most is defending. But yeah, I'm still trying to work on defending.
Well, let me ask you, what's been challenging about adapting to defending, not only defending as, a winger, but defending at a higher level than you've ever played before?
Yeah, I just think in the youth game, defending wasn't really as important. The game was like I could just just hang out up top, let my defenders do the work. But when you go into like higher levels, I've learned that you gotta help them out too, and we gotta like win the ball back, and then like when you win the ball back, that's when you can attack.
Understood. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mac, I'm curious, you've got this young, talented player with you in the squad. You see that she's taken some accountability, but what have you seen that not only defensively, but that she needs to grow in this role in her first pro season?
Yeah, I mean, Michaela's done an exceptional since she's joined us, and every day, just the way she goes about every training session is so mature in terms of for a young professional player. I think just even she can explain what she's working on and what she can improve is already impressive. Definitely, I wasn't this mature when I was 17 years old, so it's really it gives us really it gives a sense of responsibility to ensure that she's in the right developmental path and improving. So yeah, I think the defending part of it is every player on the field is very good. They're professional players, so every player needs to be accounted for in transition defending or proactively defending for that matter. I think on the ball, I think she one of the best 1v1 attacking player on our roster already. And I think just how she can position herself to increase her actions on the ball and just really having the confidence that knowing that she can go at any defender in this league and have production.
Understood. And one last one from me. I'm curious, one thing I've noticed in your first two games, it takes till about 70, 75 minutes for the subs to come in. I'm curious if you could talk me through maybe the thought process of waiting a little longer, and would there be anything other than obviously injuries that would force you to maybe make some changes earlier in a match going forward?
Yeah, so I think every game we go in with a plan, and what if it happens this way? What if the game happens this way, and we have a plan going into it? And then I think once we in the game, we're just really trying to come up with the best formula to get the result. I think the timing of the subs, maybe the first two games a little bit later, maybe this upcoming game is a little bit earlier. It's a higher temperature in North Carolina with the humidity. Maybe that comes in effect. Those are little details that we're thinking of. What I know is the roster, regardless of they're in the tourney or not, they're ready to perform in the game. And then once you're in the tourney, if you're not starting, they're ready to go, and they know their roles and responsibility once they step on the field. So I'm utmost confident, and everybody on the roster can come in and perform.
Well, thank you all so much, and safe travels and good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Leslie, go ahead.
Hey, folks, thanks for joining us today. I want to start with MJ. Just what has it felt like to enter this arena and get your first minutes as a pro?
It was super exciting. I was super proud, happy, all the emotions. But yeah, I just got to keep going. It was only the beginning, and I still got a lot of work to do, a lot of growth to do. But I'm excited. It's been good.
And what's it been like trying to balance, like you have schoolwork to do and then you also have practice? I mean, how has that changed joining as a pro?
Well, I actually graduate on Friday, so I'm almost done.
Congratulations. And for Mac, how do you see the younger players on the squad like MJ, Mana, Hayashi? How do you see them fitting in to this squad?
Yes, so they're exceptionally talented players. So how can you fit them in? We just need to make sure that they know their strength and then they know the areas to improve, and then how they can use their strength to add to the team, and making sure that you're narrowing that for some young players that are coming in. Just want to make sure that they can show their strength. So making sure that we have a plan ahead. So, okay, if Micayla comes on, she gives us this. You are giving us this. Amana comes on, she's giving us this. She can give us this. Not only they understand it, the entire team understands. If they come in, they're giving us this. So little by little, the roles and responsibility. Let's focus on this one or two things first, and then can we expand your roles and responsibilities as they grow and get more minutes. So those are the really developmental pathway that we're creating for younger players.
And then North Carolina this weekend. North Carolina hasn't exactly been a place where Chicago's been able to get a lot of results and a lot of points. I mean, what was the focus this week to try to reverse that narrative, so to speak?
Yes, number one focus right now is improving us first, but also, making sure that tactically we're exposing the areas that we can expose against them. Just making sure that our defending is in a tight block, our attacking is fluid in a different press shape that they throw at us. So making sure that the players know and then understand what position they need to be and expose those their defensive shape.
And then lastly from me, you've been going to Chardonnay Curran a lot off the bench. What do you like about what she brings to the game when she comes on?
Yeah, she's another talented player. She's very good on the dribble, 1v1 situations. So being really productive in a 1v1 situation out wide, and defensively, she gives us so much energy. She's up and down player. So just really fitting in and just adding strength coming off the bench. And she's also an experienced player for her age. And yeah, we'll just rely on her in those situations.
All right. Thank you. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leslie. I'll remind the group if you have a question to please use the raise your hand function. Allison, you can go ahead.
Hi, excuse me. I have a bad cold today, so I'm not putting on my video. But but I will say this is the first press conference that I've been able to get to. So welcome, Coach, first of all, and welcome, MJ. My question to you is, in terms of the improvements that you want to see, Coach, do you measure them incrementally, week by week, or do you look at it more as an overall perspective?
Yeah, it's a day by day improvement, I would say, and making sure that in training everything is purposefully designed, and more areas we can improve, the better. However, there's a fine-tuned line of, okay, this might be too much information, too many tasks to improve. So really narrowing down, this day we improve this for this weekend. So that's kind of how we're approaching it.
How, in terms of North Carolina, what do you see as your greatest challenge for improvement there?
Just making sure that we're not getting broken through lines. They're good ball possession team, so they can pick apart if we're not in compact shape. So making sure that we're solid defensively, be very compact, but still be aggressive at the same time. So that area needs to improve on a defensive end. And us in possession on our attacking side, they do throw different shapes of defending formation at us. So making sure that the players know what options they have when they're on the ball and where they need to position themselves on the field.
Well, I wish you all the luck. It sounds like you got a good plan. And MJ, one last question, and that is, you're so young. I'm wondering what went into your thought process in terms of turning pro at such a young age, and congratulations on your graduation as well.
Thank you. I'd say one of the things is just the development, all the things I can learn from being in this environment every day. Like all the players here, they have a lot of experience and I can learn from them every day, like I said. But yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is just development.
Okay, that Makes perfect sense. Are your plans then to go to college and then to go pro as well, or kind of do a little bit of both?
She's technically already pro, fully signed with the.
Well, yeah, but that's true. But will you balance that?
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
doing college online.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hernan, go ahead.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yeah, Coach. I was going to ask you, in these games that you already with the team, have you seen the improvement in two aspects that the general manager mentioned that about have the team more progression and construction in the game?
Uh, Yes, I believe teams improving. I think even looking at the stats, I think possession rate has improved, but also just with the XG numbers have been well, especially the last game. I think we're creating a lot of chances from different areas. So XG is expected goals, but however, I look at it as the quality of the chances we're getting, and I think those portions have improved also. And then I don't think we're giving up much in defending part of it. I think we gave up a few chances and we got punished on a few of those occasions. So really, yes, we're improving, but we also need to fine tune. We know that the margin of error for these games are so small. So we got to make sure that we're improving and fine tuning some of the areas.
The other question I have for you, it's now that we know, obviously, Mal is not coming back. Ava Cook was one of the best forwards coming out of the bench. How is she progressing? Is she gonna get more minutes? Is she 100% fit?
Yes, yeah, she's good. She's ready to play. We're a little bit moving her a little bit, in a left-sided winger position to a 9 position. To sometimes, if we're going after a game, she can be a little bit higher left back, if you will. But Ava Cook is such a winner and gives everything to the team. So we got to utilize her on this team. And yes, she's coming back in form really well.
One question for MJ. When you came to the starts, I want to ask you, which one was your player that you most admire in general in the league and in the team in the starts now? Who's the player that you admire the most?
Um, I'd say before signing, I love the way Mal plays. She's a great attacking player, scores goals, is an impactful player, assists, creates chances. Yeah, I'd say her.
Thanks, Hernan. Any last questions for either MJ or Mac?
I think the cast.
I have a question. Sorry. I don't know how to raise my hand. Hey, Micayla, just for you, you just talked about Mal. I mean, have you had conversations with her and what has she, if you have, just what advice has she given you about being young in this league and being an impact forward?
I'm gonna be honest, we haven't really talked much. She just got back.
Yes.
But there'll be more opportunities to talk.
No, that's okay. I was just curious. Just in the locker room in general, who do you find yourself gravitating towards?
Well, I'm not in the locker room right now, but I'm close with everybody on the team. But I feel like me and Jamise have a good relationship.
And then to get the international experience, what kind of things do you find that you learned through that as the most helpful as you go throughout NWSL?
Wait, say that question again.
The international experience that you have, just what are some of the things that you've picked up on through that experience that you think are most helpful for you moving forward?
I'd say both defending. I think defending, I've learned that also here, but defending, they reiterate that a lot at US Soccer. But yeah, I say defending.
And then finally, to hear Masaki say that you're already one of the best one-on-one attackers with the ball at your feet. I mean, what does that mean to you to hear that from your coach?
Obviously it's a great thing to hear, but I still got a lot of work to do. Yeah, it's not the end of it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Cassie. Joe, you had a follow-up?
Yeah, sorry. One more from me, Micayla. You're an MJ wearing 23 in Chicago. Was that conscious? And can you just talk about that decision? Because it's not like that's not an expectation on yourself.
Yeah, I've always looked up to Michael Jordan in terms of his mindset, how he carries himself on the field. I mean, on the court, my bad. But yeah, I just think his mentality is just great, and he's one of the best in the league for basketball, or he was. But yeah, I just admired everything about him.
Has anybody in Michigan told you otherwise? Because obviously that was a big rivalry in his
About Michael Jordan? No, I
Yeah,
don't
of course.
anybody. I think everybody believes he's the best. I think so.
Well, thank you for indulging me. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, everybody.